A woman uses a knife to cut off the fat from her face, applies Y-shaped stickers to create double eyelids, and tweaks her nose shape. In an instant, she transforms into a stunning beauty, leaving the chubby duck watching from the screen completely stunned. But this is actually an advertisement for a beauty serum. The ad claims that soaking your face in the serum for just 20 minutes allows you to mold it into your desired shape. Desperate to become beautiful, the chubby duck spends a fortune ordering 2 bottles online. However, the quantity is too little, only enough to tweak her jawline while her body remains just as overweight. Determined to completely transform herself, the chubby duck seeks out the woman selling the beauty serum for a full makeover. However, a single session costs at least $200,000, which she cannot afford. Left with no choice, she returns home and resorts to emotional blackmail, blaming her parents for her unattractive looks and forcing them to give up their retirement savings. Before long, the chubby duck gathers all the money and finally lies on the operating table. As the doctor removes chunks of fat, she transforms into a gorgeous woman and renames herself Soo-yeon. However, her mother feels no joy over Soo-yeon's newfound beauty. She once again demanded all of her family's savings and went to various luxury stores, dressing herself up beautifully, looking like a carefree rich girl. Soon, thanks to her stunning looks, Soo-yeon transformed into a well-known internet celebrity, frequenting high-end restaurants with different men every day and enjoying a life of luxury she had never experienced. However, Soo-yeon wasn't satisfied with just this. Her goal was to find a handsome, wealthy boyfriend and marry into a wealthy family. But after several days of blind dates, the men she met were either ugly or poor, completely beneath her standards. Then one day at a party, a talent scout spotted Soo-yeon and promised her that she could become a big star. Without a second thought, Soo-yeon agreed, returning home to delete all her backup boyfriends from her contacts. But on the night of her interview, she noticed some flabby skin around her stomach. Deciding to use the cosmetic serum to remove the excess fat, she promised her mother that this would be the last time. However, this last time led to an unfortunate incident. While soaking in the serum, Soo-yeon accidentally fell asleep. When she woke up, her entire body had been severely corroded, turning into a pile of rotten flesh. She could barely move. Luckily, at a critical moment, her mother heard her cries for help and rushed into the bathroom to pull her out. But her daughter was unrecognizable, barely alive. In a panic, the parents decided to try a desperate measure, using cosmetic serum to transplant their own flesh to Soo-yeon. After a lot of improvisation, Soo-yeon's life was saved, but her appearance became horrifically deformed. She lay in bed, heartbroken, unable to accept the sudden turn of events. So she once again sought out the seller of the cosmetic serum, hoping that the person could help restore her appearance. The seller, seeing her plight, agreed to help, but only managed to fix her fingers and the rest would require more money. But by now, Soo-yeon was deep in debt. She had no choice but to kneel on the ground and desperately beg the seller. However, the seller didn't care, and harshly scolded Soo-yeon, calling her a greedy pig who only knew how to take but couldn't recognize her own worth. This insult infuriated Soo-yeon. She remembered her former self, weighing over 500 pounds, and a wave of intense hatred surged within her. She stormed towards the seller, knocked her down, and smashed her head against the ground again and again until the woman was completely lifeless. Soo-yeon then used the cosmetic serum on the seller's body, transplanting her flesh onto her own. In the end, she became the beautiful Soo-yeon once again. It wasn't long before, with the help of the talent agency, she became a famous actress in South Korea, receiving countless brand endorsements and advertisements. She was now the epitome of a successful person. However, this wasn't what Soo-yeon truly wanted. Her real goal was simple and pure: to find a rich boyfriend and marry into a wealthy family. One day while shopping, she was caught on camera by a cashier who secretly took her photo. Infuriated, she snatched the phone away, but as she was leaving, she accidentally bumped into a handsome man. Just one glance, and Soo-yeon was completely captivated by Ji-hoon's appearance. After learning more about him, she discovered that he was a wealthy heir to a conglomerate. Determined to make him hers, Soo-yeon used her stunning looks and quickly established a romantic relationship with Ji-hoon. Not only was he extremely talented, but he also treated Soo-yeon with great care. Everything seemed to be going in a positive direction until one day, while applying makeup, Soo-yeon's face began to rot, and she saw her deceased boss come to claim her life. Terrified, she rushed home and forced her already emaciated parents to give up their flesh to fill her rotten wounds. Little did she know, this was all just a hallucination. It wasn't until much later that Soo-yeon woke up, but even in the face of her heartbroken parents, she didn't feel much guilt. That day, her handsome boyfriend took her to his home, showing her pictures of his family. Alian praised his mother for being beautiful, and his older sister looked like an angel. However, when they saw the second sister's photo, Soo-yeon froze, and the man commented that the most beautiful one was actually the second sister. While Ji-hoon went to the kitchen to prepare dessert, Alian sneaked into his room and found a delicate gift box. Thinking it was a present from him, she opened it, but it was the same familiar cosmetic liquid. Panicked, Soo-yeon quickly opened the drawer, finding photos of women who had recently gone missing. She immediately felt something was wrong. At the dinner table, facing her enthusiastic boyfriend, she pretended to excuse herself to the bathroom, but no matter how hard she tried, the door wouldn't open. Her boyfriend suddenly appeared behind her and told her that the restroom was to the right. Inside, she found bloodstains on the floor, along with photos of missing women, including herself. There were even pictures of her before her surgeries. Her boyfriend appeared behind her with a cold, eerie smile, slowly advancing toward her. With a slap, he knocked her to the ground. Soo-yeon grabbed a pen from the floor and stabbed it into his heart. But instead of a man's cry, a woman's scream echoed out. Terrified, Soo-yeon fled, and during her escape, she thought she saw her parents from her childhood. When she called out to them, they claimed not to know her. When she woke up again, her body was hung upside down. It turned out that the man was the second sister in the photos. Like Soo-yeon, she had been obsessed with body and beauty. She collected the most beautiful parts of many women and placed them on her own body. The first time she saw Soo-yeon, she was captivated by her eyes. There was also another person's eye on her leg, the eye of the widow. However, the second sister thought that the eye wasn't beautiful enough. Later, she added another face to her leg, showing that appearances can be deceiving. The person who seems kindest to you might actually be the most dangerous. Only your parents truly love and care for you.